Hi, I'm Tommy Knight and I'm here to tell you about The Attic, a Sarah Jane Adventures reunion that we're hosting in Cardiff next year for the 10-year anniversary of Sarah Jane Adventures. The event's being organised in Cardiff by my mum and some of her friends to help raise money for T. Haffan, the Children's Hospice. So if you're a fan of the Sarah Jane Adventures and you want to come on down and meet me and the rest of the gang, then head on over to theattic.wales to buy yourself a ticket.
Hi guys, and before we begin this video, yes, okay, I know I'm not Zach. Unfortunately, he can't be here today to bring you this very special video celebrating 10 years of the Sarah Jane Adventures. So instead, you've got me. But you don't need to worry, because I'm not just some random guy that they've roped in. You will be seeing this face at the Attic convention itself, because I will be working there. So you will be seeing this face on the day itself. So yeah. I'm Tom, I'm here to bring you this very special video, and because like I've said, 10 years ago today, Sarah Jane Adventures began with Invasion of the Bane, and before we begin this video, I just want to say, I cannot believe it's been 10 years. This show, I've always said, I honestly believe that show is partly the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm on a media production course, and without this show being there, and my age group specifically, I don't think I would have been influenced as much as I had been, because it truly was a mesmerising show. But in today's video, what you'll be able to see are some behind the scenes footage from Invasion of the Bane, very special convention footage, happy birthdays from both the cast and fans, and also right at the end of this video I will be announcing 2 more guest announcements for The Attic happening in July. So yeah, make sure you stick around to the end to see who it is. But on to our first clip. This is from 1983 and it features a whole bunch of Doctor Who cast members from the classic era, including Elizabeth Sladen singing Auld Lang Syne. So yeah, enjoy. We're here to celebrate 10 years of the Sarah Jane Adventures, so what better way to celebrate than to bring you some very, very special behind the scenes footage. If I am correct on this, this is the first ever behind the scenes footage that was ever shot of the show itself. This is the earliest behind the scenes footage, and I'm pretty sure it was filmed by Sandy, which is Tommy's mom. So yeah, enjoy. Well, we are filming. But yes, on to the birthday wishes. Here you'll see a few cast members, along with Sadie Miller, who was Elizabeth Sladen's daughter. You may even spot yourselves in this video, because quite a few of you wanted to wish this show a very happy 10th anniversary. But first off, we're going to start off with the ones that are sent in that were just messages on email. The first one is from Jennifer Lewis, who says, happy anniversary Sarah Jane Adventures, loved every single episode, and I was 7 when it started. Really can't wait to meet everyone in July. Thank you, Jennifer. Another message that was sent in over email, this is from the Not So Funny Comedian. They say, I started watching the Sarah Jane Adventures on New Year's Day 2007 and I loved it. When it got officially picked up for a first full series, I enjoyed the whole series throughout the years. I felt sad when Liz passed away and loved the stories as well. What Russell T Davies did to the Sarah Jane Adventures was a dream come true. My favourite stories were the Celine stories, the Nightmare Man, the Trickster stories, and Goodbye Sarah Jane Smith. But all of the stories were all perfect in my mind, so that's why I love the Sarah Jane Adventures. So yeah, thank you, Not So Funny Comedian. Yes, on to the birthday wishes from the cast.
Hi guys, I just wanted to say a happy birthday to the Sarah Jane Adventures. Can't believe it's been 10 years. It's literally mad. I've aged. It's terrible. Can't wait to see you all in the attic. So from me and my little doggy Milo, happy birthday, and we'll see you all soon.
Oh, hello everyone. Wishing the Sarah Jane Adventures a happy 10-year anniversary. Sorry for all the noise. Got a washing machine going and baby's bottles being sterilised. Hello Theo. Say hello. Hello Grandma. Oh, good boy. I'm sorry we're in Christmas outfits. I know you'll be watching this in summer, but it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas!
Happy 10th anniversary Sarah Jane Adventures. Thank you for being my childhood. I can't wait for July.
I just want to start by wishing a really big happy birthday to the Sarah Jane Adventures. I can't believe you've been off screen for so long. Rest in peace, Elizabeth Sladen. I mean, I can't believe you were taken away from us, but I really loved the show. It was a really big part of my childhood, and it really meant a lot to me. You know, I always felt there were messages within each episode that helped you through life. I know that might sound slightly odd, but it always felt to me that there was a hidden message and something to be thought about from the episodes that we seen. And I mean, the cast of the Sarah Jane Adventures were just amazing. Obviously, they're all really amazing actors, and they all played a really big part in many people's childhoods. Even if you weren't a fan of Doctor Who, you might have seen the Sarah Jane Adventures on TV and you just fell in love with it. There was just something about this TV show that made you fall in love with it. It was a magical TV show. It was so enjoyable. So yeah, again, I just want to say a really big happy birthday to the Sarah Jane Adventures. Rest in peace, Elizabeth Sladen. It's so sad to feel that there are many people out there that haven't had the chance or the opportunity to watch the Sarah Jane Adventures because they're missing out on a huge thing. So yeah, happy birthday.
I want to say happy 10 years to the Sarah Jane Adventures. I've been watching it since sign for one and still watching it now. So thank you to everyone who's been part of it. And thank you for Sladen.
Hello, I'm Joey. I'd like to wish the Sarah Jane Adventures a very happy 10th birthday. This show, I can't believe it's 10 years old. This was my childhood, because as much as Doctor Who was like my life, Sarah Jane Adventures was more aimed towards kids. It was like more aimed towards my sort of generation. And to grow up with that, like any of the things that happen in the show could just happen to you. It was so like magical, and I love it. This has impacted my life so much. Just happy birthday.
Hello guys. It's amazing to think that 10 years ago on New Year's Day that a new spin-off series of the Doctor Who universe was released. I'm not talking about Doctor Who, I'm not talking about Torchwood, I'm talking about the best spin-off series, the Sarah Jane Adventures. And this spin-off has given us such wonderful things. DVDs, action figures, video games, magazines. The Sarah Jane Adventures has touched the hearts of so many fans and so many people. I am one of those fans. What can I say? I love the show. I love the characters, I love the monsters, I love the sets, I love the gadgets, I love the visual effects, I even love the stories, even the ones that never got to be made. This looks amazing. Speaking of which, Mr. Smith, I need you. Oh well, one day. I would like to give a huge thanks to the cast and crew, and especially to the late Elizabeth Sladen, God bless her, for giving us such a wonderful story that will live on forever. And it proves to everyone that life on Earth can be an adventure too. We just need to know where to look. So I'm Matt the Who Editor, wishing a happy anniversary for 10 years of the Sarah Jane Adventures. See you later. So thank you guys for sending all their messages in. I'm sure it means a lot to the people that are involved in the show, and it kind of shows how many hearts this show touched along the way, whilst it was on air, and even whilst it's not on air. But before we go on any further, I just want to show you this very special bit of artwork that was made by the Hoovy Vortex. It was made to celebrate 10 years of the Sarah Jane Adventures, so thank you, Hoovy Vortex. It's a really great piece of art. But the final thing before we go on to the convention footage, which is the big 40-minute filler, is before I knew I was going to be filming this video, I did film a happy birthday message for the Sarah Jane Adventures. So here is mine and Leah's happy birthday message to the Sarah Jane Adventures. We just wanted to say, happy birthday to Sarah Jane Adventures.
Happy birthday, Sarah Jane Adventures.
It's 10.
10 years.
I remember watching it on
Same.
New Year's Day and generally getting annoyed when I realised that that was only a pilot and it wouldn't be back until like October time. I was so annoyed. But honestly, Sarah Jane Adventures has been a big impact on my life.
I miss it a lot.
Same. I was so sad when it ended. And kind of Sarah Jane Adventures has a lot to blame for where I went to uni. I picked my university on the fact that it was where they filmed the last ever episode of the Sarah Jane Adventures. So yeah, thank you, Sarah Jane Adventures.
It's such a big part of a lot of people's lives because we were all growing up at the time, and it was cool to see like all these kids getting involved, not necessarily with the Doctor, but like with all the aliens and stuff. And it kept the excitement going towards the weekend. Like throughout the week, you got to see what other people were doing as well as the Doctor, and it was a great show.
I loved it.
And I really miss it.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
To our next thing, which is the big main event. A few years ago, I think it was in 2008, just before Series 2 of the Sarah Jane Adventures went live, Danny and Tommy went to a convention and they were in a panel. It's a 40-minute long panel, unedited, here for your enjoyment, but you'll see a few photos, which I think you're seeing now. But yeah, please sit back, enjoy, make sure you have your popcorn, and just enjoy this little bit, well, not really that little, but enjoy this convention footage. I will be back in 40 minutes time to reveal who the next 2 guest announcements are for the Attic in July.
First of all, we have Tommy Knight and Daniel Anthony. And Daniel Anthony, again. Can everybody hear all of us? Say hello, boys.
Hello. Hello.
Good, yes. I could hear that. That was... This is your first convention, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very first convention. And it's quite a laugh. We're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, it's great fun actually.
What have you done so far?
We did the
we've done some
signing
signings for some lovely people that came up to us. They were all really nice. And then we sat around for a bit.
Went out and got an ice cream.
Ate some hot dog.
Hot dogs, nice, yes. Have you done your photo studio as well?
Oh no, we haven't done
No,
that yet.
no,
We're
no.
doing that after this.
And now you're here entertaining these. Well, I see
Hi.
a Sarah Jane Adventures t-shirt in the crowd there, yes. Hello.
Hey. Hello, Nabu.
I see. Tommy, first.
Hi.
You're from quite a theatrical family. Really.
Yeah,
So
a bit,
where do you fit?
I fit smack in the middle.
So who else is there?
I've got an older sister and an older brother, and then a younger sister and a younger brother. My younger little brother and little sister, they're just sitting at the back over there, like waving. Now.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Everybody wave. And you all act or perform?
Yeah, we've all done like bits and bobs and this and that. You know, it's great fun. We all love it.
Have you ever been up for the same part as any of you?
No, I've worked with them before. Like I've worked in a short film with my older sister before, and I've done stuff with my brother and bits like that. But we've never been up for the same part because we're all different ages
Different
and stuff.
age.
Yeah.
Danny, are you from a theatrical family?
No, I'm the only one that's really into the whole acting thing. I mean, my mum works for Hammersmith and Film Council, and my dad's in the RAF, so a bit weird. Whee!
Is he in? Why did you decide to become an actor then? What called you?
Well, it wasn't really something that I wanted to do, first of all. I just used to be really, really shy and find it really hard to talk to people and stuff. So my mum just sent me down to this little club, and I just loved the fact that people believed I was someone else, and I just got into it through that, really.
And was it just seeing your older brother and sister that made you want to do the same?
Yeah, I saw my older brother in a pantomime doing dance and stuff, and I thought that was like the craziest thing I've ever seen, like all the colours and that. So I started doing dance lessons and drama stuff, and just moved up and on from there, really.
You say dancing and that. You've both done West End musicals as the sort of young.
Yeah, when we were younger.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does that work? And do you do so many of the set of the number of performances?
I think when I was younger, when I did it, I had to do my maximum was 40 shows, I think it was. But I used to do like 3 or 4 shows a week or something like that.
Out of like
Yeah, but they'd rotate us. So, yeah.
and then you do 3.
Yeah, yeah.
And you So that was The Lion King,
Yeah, that was the Lion King.
and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh yeah.
I just rescued that out of the air. I was like, no, oh yes, I do know what it was.
It was just sort of like, because we had 3 teams of kids doing different stuff, so it'd be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday matinee and evening performances, and then like the next week it'd be the Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Saturday matinee performances.
You always got a
yeah,
bit
like
of a
a
break
little
between
circular rota thingy.
TVs.
Yeah.
Doctors.
Yeah.
Was it for Doctors that you got put up for Villain of the Year?
Yeah, that was so weird because I'm a nice. Well, I like to think I'm a nice guy. But yeah, did Doctors for 3 months. I think played a guy called Lex Keevy, who was a bit of a troublemaker, and then just found out I was up for Villain of the Year at the Soap Awards.
Did you go to the big do? Did you go to the?
No, I couldn't go. I was working at the time, so I had to watch it on TV.
Who won?
Some dude from Corrie, I think. Don't know. Can't remember his name.
Oh, I don't know. So.
Oh, right.
Was that 2007 or 2006?
2000. It could have been 2005. Maybe, I don't even know.
I could do you 2006 or 2007. I don't know who 2005
Oh,
was.
nice.
My research didn't go that far back. Do you think, as a young actor, doing TV or doing the stage performances, which you would say is harder?
I'd say theatre because I don't know. You've got to go through the whole rehearsal thing, and
You've got more pressure, haven't you? 'Cause
Yeah.
If you mess up a line on thingy, you can't go,
yeah, you've got no barriers.
Believe me, I know that at the moment. I'm right there
you
with
can't,
you.
you've got to be careful, haven't you?
You've got no barriers on stage as well, so it's good for improvisation as well, doing theatre too. Because if you mess up, you've got to just carry on with it.
Different. Horses for pussies. Sarah Jane Adventures then. What was the first, well, you were first, I suppose. What was the first you heard about it? Was it
Well, it was just an audition that I had from the agent, and she was just like, "Oh, you've got an audition for this series or something," and I was like, I read the little script thing that they sent me, and I thought, hang on, this sounds quite fun and stuff, and I went up for it, got the part. It was just like that. It was a bit like strange because it's like the biggest thing I've ever done, and to get offered a part in a series is like absolutely crazy.
And did you know it was ongoing at the time, or was it just
No,
a special?
Yeah, at the time we just thought it was like just a one-off episode, but it might go into a series, and we thought that it would just be a one episode. But
So it's just come an audition for Boy from Space.
yeah.
You didn't have a very flattering costume, did you? In the first one.
All right, I wore a dress.
Did you get stick for that at school?
Yeah.
You're not going to get any here.
The worst bit is when we were filming outside the house, the Sarah Jane's house, and there's a school like just about 200 feet down the road, and at 3 o'clock all the kids came out and started walking down, and then I've got to be standing there like wearing this dress and bright green trainers, like shouting Sarah Jane, Sarah Jane, and you just got this crowd of kids on the other side of the camera standing there taking pictures of you. It was fun.
What are people at school like in general about?
Well, they're normally, pretty cool. I don't, I'm just a regular kid at the end of the day. I go to school, I do my lessons and stuff, and
You don't get asked for autographs, as you.
I don't really get stuff like that, So I'm quite lucky, Not that I don't like it.
Daniel, the special obviously was rubbish because you weren't in it. Obviously.
It was brilliant.
What was the first? Had you seen the special before you heard about the job, or was the job the first thing you?
I hadn't heard about the special or anything. I haven't heard about the special, and then I got a call from my agent saying that basically the same as Tommy, really, that they were doing this series and they were interested in seeing me. So went down and read through the script with the director and producer, and a few days later I got a call saying could I come in and meet Tommy and Yes, and just went in.
Still wanted to do it after that, did you?
Yeah, it was quite weird because we got on quite well when we first met and stuff, and yeah, it was a laugh, and got on with them, then I got the part really and started working with them.
So that was Kelsey, is that it?
Kelsey, yeah, I was, wore the wig and the...
They said that you'd do that. So you did 10 episodes for the first series, is that? Yeah, 5 lots of 2.
Yeah.
How long does it take to do a 2-parter then?
Probably about
A few weeks.
a few weeks, yeah. A few weeks up to a month, I think, it takes to do.
Do you do them like a story at a time, or is it scenes from this story and scenes from...
It'll be sort of like
Swapping and changing all the
episodes
time.
1 and 2 and 5 and 6 or something like that.
So it's kind of confusing for us as well, because we don't really get to do it in order, do we? Everything's changing all the time, so it's a bit strange.
How awkward is it with schoolwork then?
Oh, it's all right, like when I come off a set, I've got to go into my lovely tutor, and I've got to sit there and do like maths work and stuff like that for a few hours each day. But I did like exams and stuff like a few weeks ago because I'm starting to do my GCSE, so I had some mocks, and that was a bit like frustrating because I've got to try and fit in revision and learning all my lines and stuff like that. But I managed.
So you have a tutor when you're filming, and then you just go to school whenever.
Yeah, when I'm not filming.
Back at normality. You're safe from all that now.
I am safe. I get to just chill out and relax, learn lines.
When I told people I was doing this, a couple of people said to me, he thinks it's irritating playing somebody younger than he is, but I thought surely it just widens the amount of parts that you could be asked to play and the different roles you could get.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to play an older character and stuff, but I am a big kid. Loads of people know that, so do you know what I mean? It's easy for me, really. I don't find it hard, and I get to muck around with Tom all the time, and we have a laugh. It's quite fun.
I asked Francois, who was on the earlier panel, this question. Was EastEnders your first TV?
No, I did can't remember, I did do something else before that. I think I did Casualty when I was a little bit younger, and a couple of short, like 10-minute TV things before that. But EastEnders was like the biggest first, really.
I thought it was your first TV. It must be quite daunting to do EastEnders very early, because it's such a huge...
Yeah, because I absolutely love EastEnders. I think it's class, and to get a part in it, even if it was for like 4 episodes, which I did, was an absolute honour, and met loads of people there and had a laugh. It was brilliant.
Did you get any?
I think I got one. It was quite cool. On my first day as well. Loved it.
First episode?
I had to be like, what was my line? You don't have to call the police, please. And it was like... Quite good.
Everybody wants to get them.
Yes, it's brilliant.
So, between Series 1, which you've done, and Series 2, which you're doing at the moment, we'll talk about Series 2, but not in too much detail shortly. What have you, in between, what jobs have you had in between? Is it just back to school? Or?
It's mostly back to school. I've done an episode of Casually actually in between that, and I think I did like some advert for some butter or something, which was quite fun, yeah, but apart from that, just school.
I did a pilot for BBC Three. They had like 6 different pilots on BBC Three that they were going to pick 2 and make series out of. So yeah, I did that. I did A Touch of Frost up in Leeds, few days on that, and some voiceovers for Guess with Jess. Postman Pat's cat is getting her own series. It is legendary.
Right.
Brilliant, yeah. I play Horace the Frog and Bar the Sheep, so look out for it, peeps.
And can we hear you, Horace the Frog? No. Do you have a special voice?
Well, I would, but I get embarrassed, so I'm not going to,
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that, yeah.
So you're filming at the moment. How long have you... You're quite far into it now, aren't you?
We're just like a little bit over halfway, I think.
Yeah, about 2 weeks into our second block now, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously you can't tell us too much about what's happening, and I'll stop you if you do, because I've been told to make sure you don't. So, there's a new family, I know that much. How's it been with a new...
Well, you know, it's just like when any new person will come onto a set or something, it's just, you know, you just like invite them to the family and you'll...
Did they? Is that what they were like with you?
Just, you know, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Because the whole thing is just one big family, basically, and if anyone comes in, you don't want them to feel like an outsider, obviously, so you just welcome them in with open arms.
Have either of you worked with anybody that's in Sarah Jane now that was in it that you've worked with before? Bye.
Bye. Yes, but I can't, you know, really go into that, but yes.
Have you worked with...
No. No one, really. I don't think I have, anyway. Maybe some of the crew on some other bits and bobs before.
The mum of the new family?
Sorry?
Didn't you work...
Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot about
I was
that.
primed to ask you.
Yeah, I did.
I was primed with this question and I thought someone's lied to me.
Yeah, I did. Her name's Mina Anwar, and I worked with her on a little sketch show like a few years ago. My mum actually got like the craziest picture because where I'd worked with her so long ago, I was like tiny, I was like that, and there's a picture of me standing with her like on a balloon or something, and then we got a picture during this, and there's me standing next to her, but I'm like a foot or something taller than her. It's crazy.
You're getting a family this year, I know that. That's been announced, I'm allowed to say that.
So what was that?
You're getting a family this year. And that's been announced, we're allowed to say that.
Oh,
Clyde's mum and dad are appearing. It's in Doctor Who magazine, we've been told we're allowed to say
It has actually been in the magazine.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
It has.
All right.
yeah.
Clyde's had quite a mixed up. Like his dad run off with mum's sister, and
Yeah,
mum's
no.
sister's called Melba, which is the silliest name in the world. The name is Melba.
Don't knock Aunt Melba.
Don't knock my aunt. Come on, chill out, mate. She's a nice girl.
But she's called Melba.
Yeah, but you know, yeah. Dad wasn't very good. No, he ran off with mum's sister. Not the best thing in the world, really, is it?
Not the nicest thing,
No.
especially if she's called Melba. That all came out in Series 1, although obviously they're following it up in greater detail in Series 2. Does that kind of thing help in Series 1, just to get that little bit of background to the character, even though you're not actually
Yeah, I think it does.
using as such?
I think any bit of background information helps, really, and it helps you build your character in a way. And I mean, I know that since the first series, all our characters have grown a lot, so you'll see a lot of changes.
I was a bit like stuffed for that because my character was made on the first episode.
Yes.
So I couldn't really I was just told that I should be a bit like a blank piece of paper. He doesn't know what's going on and stuff like that. So it's really strange to try and get that across.
Well, you've got some good jokes out of it. It's very funny in the first story.
Yeah,
so
and I got to wear a dress.
you should be happy with that. And you get to wear the dress as well. I was playing towards the jokes being a good thing.
All right.
But yes, you did very well with it. Is there a roving mic going on? Yes. Are there any hands that anybody would like to? Again, we're doing so well, nobody wants to ask anything. Is that a hand? Or were you just waving? We have one. Is it up? And there's some at the back as well. Oh, good. Well done, you.
Tommy,
Hello.
who would be, what football team do you support?
Well, to be honest, I'm not much of a person that watches football. I like my skateboard and stuff like that. But I'd have to say Chelsea, and like with Danny here.
Come on, Chelsea.
I got told last night that you were a Spurs fan.
Oh no, don't try that joke with me, mate. I'm a Chelsea man.
I did get told that last night. You were there when I was told it. So Chelsea. And
Yeah.
you're bullied into Chelsea then, I know.
Yeah. All right.
Where's our next hand?
A question for Danny. Is your arm better after last night?
Yes, it is. Thank you. It's all good.
For those that don't know, there was an arm wrestling competition in the bar last night. Did you win?
won 3, lost the rest.
Yeah, you can't
Probably
count
about
that high.
7 or something, lost 7.
It's going well. Anybody else? Well done at saying it, because I can't see where it is. Who had the hand up?
What was it like meeting the Slovene?
They were absolutely like crazy, you
They were
know,
mental.
because their face and stuff. It's not CG, you know. It's all real, like all of the expressions and stuff. There's a guy standing behind the camera with a little
Remote control.
twiddly thing, and he twiddles around with it, and it makes the face move, and it's really like great fun because it's not like working on something like with a green screen. Like on the pilot episode, we had a big green stick, and we had to pretend that the big green stick was a scary monster, which was really bizarre. But yeah, the Slovene, they're so big as well.
They're huge, yeah, they are pretty big.
How difficult is it when it's just silly?
A little
There's
green
nothing
stick.
scary there.
Well, like, sometimes it was actually like so difficult because I remember this one scene we had, and our director Colin for the pilot, he's running up the stairs screaming, "Be scared, be scared, be scared," as he's waving this big green stick. And like just beforehand, someone started laughing, and you know when someone starts laughing, it's like a contagious disease, and you just, it's so hard, you know, like, it's so hard to take it seriously, but you know, we managed, sort of.
Chose a story you went in. Any more hands going on? Yes.
Hi, your characters, Luke and Clyde, are they much like any other characters you played? Like, for instance, I know you've both been in Casualty, and I know, Tommy, you were in an episode that aired just a few months ago playing a character called Jug. I mean, are these other characters much like Luke and Clyde?
Well, I've had like quite a few of the good guy roles, you know, like Luke is like a good guy, you know, he's helped save the day and stuff like that. And most of the time I don't seem to get like the really gritty, nasty guys, which is like a shame because they're the best ones to play. But I did, in an episode of Casualty, like the one that was a few weeks ago, I was a bit of a bad guy to begin with, but in the end I was a hero again, you know.
I don't think I've ever really played anyone like Clyde that I can remember, to be honest. I mean, it's it's nice to have a change and do someone chirpy and cool. It's nice.
So obviously you got to play the bad guy in Doctors then. Is the bad guy more fun then?
Yes, it is, because you get to be nasty and horrible, and it's gritty, like Tom said. It is a lot of fun.
Right?
Wait.
As the disco started. Well, speaking of like playing different types of characters, I mean, Liz has done a couple of compact disc stories for the BBC, where Sarah Jane telling a story that she's
I
had.
heard about that.
But she does all the voices as well. Yeah, so she's saying, like she'll put on a bit of a butch voice for the villain or whatever.
A really butch voice for Luke.
And a really butch voice for Luke, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. You've heard that then? Really butch. Would that appeal? Getting to do lots of different things in the one go?
Lots of different voices.
Voices and... Does it appeal? Yeah, I suppose it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Work with me.
It's nice to have... There's a word I'm looking for, but I can't find it.
Variety?
That's the one.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a bit
I'll
of
help you if you
variety, yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of variety and do
So you're up for
things.
doing one of them then?
I would definitely be up for doing one of them. Yeah, just sign it. Lovely.
Like I haven't done much voiceover stuff. Like I don't think I ever have. We've done we do little bits like, at the end of each episode when we finish the block. After the series, we went back to a studio just to fix some of the sound stuff that we were doing, and so we got to stand in the voice and do lots of like heavy breathing and screams and stuff like that to a monitor, which was really strange to do. But like the whole different voices thing would be a bit strange. Fun though.
And butch.
And butch.
And butch.
And very butch.
I see you stood over there, so you have another hand somewhere. I think, yes.
Just down the front.
Episode.
That was what was your favourite episode?
That we've seen so far.
That is a really tricky one, actually, because we've had so many.
They've
so
all
many
been
good
pretty
ones. I have to say,
fun.
the one with the laser, you know, the Laser Quest one where the Kudlak came along, the big bug-eyed monster. That has got to be one of the best episodes. Because me and Danny, we just got to run around at a point and just shoot all these guys in big suits. It was, you know, it's like people pay money to go and do that, and we got to go and do that. It was crazy, actually. It was so lucky.
Yeah, and it was nice as well because I think Kudlak hadn't been seen before, had he? I think he'd been made, designed especially for Sarah Jane. So it was nice to have a monster that no one had seen before as well in one of our episodes. I think that was pretty cool.
You went in, well, very briefly, and whatever happened to Sarah Jane?
Yeah, I got a few weeks back at home for that, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that just age, how much you're allowed to work for your age, or was it why you went in it so much?
Oh, no. I think it was just how the episode was written, you know. They just wanted something...
I wasn't sure if it was plot because of the plot or because
they
they
needed
had
to get rid of
you.
me.
They
They
didn't
just
need to write you
finding
out.
an excuse.
Yeah, it wasn't an excuse. We have a hand. Oh, we have a queue. This is good.
Hello, welcome. Obviously you're of an age, when you were young you were doing TV work as well. How did you fit in schoolwork, that boring stuff?
Well, I used to have tutors and stuff really when I was younger, and if I wasn't with my tutor I'd have my head in a book somewhere, so I managed to fit it in. I mean, obviously I didn't want to do it, but it's part of the whole education, so... Oh yeah, they used to come to the set and stuff, yeah. Tommy's tutor comes to the set for him.
Yeah, it's...
Really loves that.
Oh yeah. No, sometimes it can be like really annoying because, you know, everyone will finish at like 2 o'clock or something, and I've got to stay in and get like up to about 5 hours of schoolwork a day, and so I'll be staying there until like 7 o'clock where everyone's at home, and then I get to go home, and then the next day I've got all that again. And then you got to go down and sit down and do some equations and stuff. It's great.
Well, your tutor's just waiting off stage for when they can.
No.
Yep.
Danny, what was your first school?
My first school? I went to Highfield School on Trinity Road in Tooting. Didn't really like it very much, but, you know, had to do it. And, yeah, that's where my first school was.
Well, you've got one.
I've got one.
Yeah, on you go then.
The series finale was very props and special effects heavy. How much patience do you need to have to work with Mr. Smith, who's TARDIS rip-off, and a Richard Tin Dog thing?
Don't diss the tin dog whilst it's on stage.
He's right there,
Canine
man.
is immense.
And look how he's facing you
You'll
as
hurt
well.
his feelings.
Yeah.
He'll let one go on your face, he will.
Would you like to see more of the dog?
Yeah, I think he'd be a welcome feature.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to work with, actually, because, you know, it's such a an iconic thing. There's the canine, you know. You've got so many people out there who like love him so much, and to have like, you know, the opportunity to sit there and work with him, it's really good.
And does John Leeson come to the set?
Yeah,
the
he
voice
comes
of
in
Ken?
and
He's a lovely bloke, isn't
he
he?
read lines off.
nice.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy.
Does Alexander Armstrong, does he record his stuff, or
No,
Mr. Smith?
we never see him, do we?
I've never actually met him.
Never
which is a
seen
shame.
him, but I think they must work in a studio with him somewhere.
We normally get like someone like our third AD, like Sarah, to stand there and
reads in
and reads in for
Does
him.
it play the music when she comes in? Do you have any more? No, queuing up here.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, when you got cast and you started doing the filming, did you know about the various guest stars that were coming up, and how did you feel about working with them?
We don't tend to like know who's coming into it and stuff like that. But I know for the pilot we had Samantha Bond in, who's been in the James Bond films, and to work with her, it was crazy because when I found out who she was and stuff like that, I went back and I watched one of the films, and I got to like see her doing something else, and it was
when I went back to her afterwards, it's like, oh, I'm working with someone famous. It's a bit of a funny feeling.
It is. It's pretty cool, but half the time you don't even know who's coming in. It's just like you just see them there.
You
It's
just
like,
find out like David.
oh, hi. You get a bit starstruck. It is pretty weird, but the majority of the time they're really nice. Really nice to work with.
Hi there. Have you ever watched Sarah Jane in like the 70s Doctor Who? And why is it that she looks the same?
I have no idea.
I haven't watched it, but I don't know, man.
You know, it's
She eats
crazy,
healthy.
isn't it? She's so good. She's so full of energy, and yeah, mate.
Behave.
Yeah,
You haven't seen any of her stories.
She's just so full of energy, and when she's on set, she's so like, you know, loving like a mum and stuff like that.
She is basically like our mum, isn't she, when we're on
it's
set?
really, really, really nice. I have no idea how she does it. She's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Wonderless.
Stop it. I'll push him off. So you haven't seen any of her old Doctor Who?
Yeah,
So-
I've seen, you know, just like the one episode, and you know, it's the same character. You can see it like right the way through, can't you? It's brilliant how she's managed to keep with it as well.
I have a prop. I have a tin. Some people might think this is a bit like Doctor Who magazine's Out of the TARDIS, but my tin has a Dalek on it, so it's completely different. So don't. And I have an envelope. Choose an envelope.
I'll take the one that's left.
No, it's the same one for both of you. It's not.
All right. Do we open it?
Open it.
All right.
And then put them in there. It's fun this. Talk amongst yourselves. Just tip it in. We have some funny questions. Tommy can go first since Danny picked the...
Oh dear.
You both get to answer.
Okay. Okay. All right. What's the best invention ever? Xbox.
I'd have to disagree and say PlayStation 3, mate.
Xbox.
PlayStation 3, all day.
Yeah, you know, there's no.
Can we have a vote, please? Can we have a vote? PlayStation 3.
Xbox.
Are you having a laugh?
I think
Red
all right, I
Tomatoes
lose.
won there. So Xbox.
Oh yeah.
K9.
K9's the best invention ever. Yes, thank you. I quite agree. So no.
Tommy, do you believe in ghosts?
Sometimes I get like really freaked out easily. Like, I watched the film The Ring that was on BBC One last night, and like when it comes to films, I jump like so much and I squeal like the biggest butch. I'm butch. You know, but like I have to keep on watching it and stuff. And then it'll like play on my mind afterwards, and I'll think that I see something, and then like I know that there's nothing there. Yeah.
And you get to answer.
I don't know. I really don't know, because I've got mates who reckon they've seen ghosts and all that, but I don't know. I'm going to say no, because I haven't seen one yet.
You're going to continue to disagree on things.
Probably.
Good, thank you. If anybody does, do continue to stick your hand up. Yeah.
Hi there, guys. I'm just getting to know you all. For like a complete series, how long does it take to complete? How many days?
I have no idea on the number of days. I think
Probably takes about three and a half months.
You know, yeah, we started filming in April.
April. Yes.
And we'll finish filming the series we're doing at the moment in about end of July, beginning of August time. So that's a few months.
4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months. So, you know, about 15, 16 weeks, I think.
Don't know how many.
I don't.
A long time.
Yeah, it's good fun though, you know.
Anybody? Yes.
Just interested to know when they're going to turn you guys into toy figures. They've done the Sarah Jane range of figures. When are your action figures in the shops, guys?
I would like to know that myself.
Yeah, both of us would like to know when we're going to be toys. We have no
It
idea.
would be crazy. I'd have like a little Tommy and Danny.
Yeah, little
make
Danny and
fight,
Tommy's. Like,
you know,
yeah.
and stamp on Danny's face.
It'd
you
be
know?
brilliant.
Drop kick.
Stomp on
stuff
Tommy's
like that.
face.
If they did have a fight, the Luke and Clyde figures.
Oh, Clyde would win.
Clyde? I didn't even get to the end of that.
Yeah,
Clyde would definitely win.
We'll let him believe that.
If it was a test or something, then Luke would win. But you know,
Clyde
when it comes to just brawling, Clyde's there.
Fair enough. Going back to the tin again.
Alright, it's my
Pick one
turn.
each and
Oh dear.
we'll do one at a time.
Okay. This one says, what's your favourite movie or TV show? I haven't. I don't actually know. You know, like I'll flip in between like TV shows and stuff like that. Like, I love Family Guy and movies like that, and I love like all of the really like gross films. You know, like Saw and stuff like that. I love watching them with my friends. You know, I just watch what's on really. I just flip onto something and sit and watch it.
Does your dad know you watch Saw?
Huh?
Does your dad know you watch films like Saw?
No,
I
I don't.
He does
actually,
now.
I don't actually watch them. You know, I'm kidding.
I really like watching Heroes. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. And I'm
why would that
absolutely
be?
in love with the cheerleader.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And my favourite movie would probably have to be either The Matrix or the Bourne like trilogy films, because I just think they're wicked. And he can beat people up with books.
Beat people up with just hit them with a book.
No, like, you know, yeah. Quite cool.
I haven't got one.
Oh, I've got one.
What's the best piece of advice you've been given?
Just don't come to this convention, wasn't it? There's less ladies saying don't go near it.
I'd say just...
That's the strangest question.
Yeah, just keep your feet on the ground. I don't know, just remember who you are and never lose your head and think, oh, I'm better than everyone else. And just, yeah.
Mind your head. That's always a good one.
Yeah, that works for me. Is there anybody else who wants to... Oh, delving back into this. Oh.
Hi. Obviously, you work in Cardiff and up a boat all the time. Do you interact a lot with the cast of Doctor Who and Torchwood, or do you keep yourselves to yourselves, really?
By the time we finish, by the time we start, they've all finished really, or just finishing. So
Last time we managed to just catch the tail end of the guys that were filming Torchwood, and so like I got to meet John Barrowman, which was like really like, ooh, it's a famous person. We don't seem to like get the whole overlapping thing, which is a shame, you know, because I'd love to go and have a look and see what they're doing.
yeah, I think it'd be good if we could all kind of be working at the same time and meet them all. It would be good, but unfortunately they finish before we start.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is crazy. Like I know we've had like,
mental.
a picture on there and stuff like that, and it's like.
You had your photo taken on it?
Yeah, loads of times. It's great in there.
I'm being signalled to do one more question and then we have to leave, you nice people. Is there any ambitions that anything you really want to be in, shows or people to work with? Or what do you want to do?
I really just want to be successful as an actor, really. I mean, obviously I want to do films. I think the majority of actors and actresses want to do films, but I'd love to work with Will Smith because I just think he's a legend, and I think he'd be pretty cool to work with. But yeah, that's my ambition.
And you've done EastEnders. You said you're really big EastEnders fan, but you've done that now.
Yeah.
So.
I want to.
Tommy?
I'd like to be a paediatrician when I'm older, you know. So I've got to keep my head in my books and stuff. But I don't really have any like major ambitions. As long as I've got a smile on my face every day, you know, it's cool.
I don't think you can put it any better than that. So if you'd like to thank Tommy, I was going to say Luke there, Tommy and Danny.
If you enjoyed that convention footage, do you know what you need to do? You need to go down to the link down below, and if you haven't already bought your ticket to the attic, go and do so now, because what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to go to a talk like that, more of the cast and people involved within the show. So please go and do that because it's going to be a really good convention. But anyway, on to the very special guest announcements. The first one is Bailey, who was the makeup artist for both Elizabeth Sladen and for Tommy Knight. So yeah, she will be there on the day. The possibility of her actually showing you what it is she does. Our second guest announcement is someone that appeared in both Series 1 and a few episodes of Series 2. It is, of course, Joe Milson. We will be reuniting Maria's dad with Maria on the day in July, so make sure you're there. Yeah. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I hope you have enjoyed celebrating 10 years of one of the most amazing shows on CBBC in the past decade. It really was fantastic, and like I said at the beginning of this video, if it wasn't for the Sarah Jane Adventures, I don't think I'd be half the person that I am today. So thank you, Sarah Jane Adventures. Thank you, Elizabeth Sladen. Thank you, everyone that was involved in the show. You really did make something special that's going to be touching the hearts of children, adults, everyone for many, many more years to come. It really is a really special programme. So thank you. And yes, make sure you go and check out our social media all over Twitter, YouTube, on Instagram, as over the coming months we will be posting many, many more behind the scenes footage and information regarding the convention in July. But yes, that is it for today. I think what I'm going to do now I film this, I'm going to go and do my Sarah Jane marathon. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe you could join me. Go and check out my Twitter, Tom_Matt_Dix, and I'll be doing many Sarah Jane marathons over the next few months. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I will see you maybe soon, but I'll definitely see you at the convention as I will be working there. Please buy your ticket. Please support this amazing convention. And yeah, see ya.